Welcome back to Study Break. And we just finished episode 25. First reactions. What do you think? What happened?
Loved it.
Loved it.
It was so funny. I don't know. There were a lot of bits that I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
But I also loved like hearing Thea's perspective. And I love that they were going to switch us with Team 101. It just showed so much about the whole thing.
It was like, damn, we can't take the number without switching the room.
Yeah, that was so
You can only move up in this world if you fuck other people over.
Yeah.
That's what Frogmont's all about.
And we thought we were slick trying to get to Astea on the next quest, but it looks like we're going to need that pass if we're going to make it.
I thought it was worth a shot if they were like, you guys have been doing so good.
Of all our roles, the best was to persuade the nat 20, and you got a dirty 20, was to persuade Miss Gray that she is her own person. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because instead of the short instant gratification of like getting the room or the quest we want, we're playing the long game.
Y'all are.
Of radicalizing
I've been
Miss
trying
Gray.
to take better.
getting her on our side.
Yeah, and I think that's actually like a really good move.
I've been trying to take better notes on like y'all's. I went back to kind of think about all your nat 1s that like haven't had big consequences and like your nat 20s that haven't had bigger ones. And I've kind of been tallying them up for like relationship stuff.
Well, you got a nat 1 when you lied to Principal Pad.
No, I got a 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like it was.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
I'm just saying it might have broken his trust.
Um,
That's just an example I thought of.
Yeah.
yeah.
I rolled. So what did I roll? A 5 to get people to start chanting. I made it. I made it up in my head that he used to be an Arcana. You know, he's like an ex Arcana Ball player. Like I have his card and stuff like that. So I'm like,
You made that up really
holy
fast.
Shit, it's Gludge. I just thought that would like, I don't know, that would make sense. And so yeah, I think that like Sawyer's like a huge fangirl. Not anymore. Now she's like, oh, this guy sucks. But yeah,
Sounds like he's hot though.
You
He was like a big old dragonborn, right?
Yeah.
That's hot.
In a crop
Smash.
top.
no, he's like a black dragonborn.
yeah.
In a crop top.
That's hot. But then he opened his mouth, and it's like, oh, he's like a bully.
Well, but he could just
I loved when he said, "What do you think?"
What do you think? That's just every like high school coach.
God.
I've ever
What do
met.
you think?
What do you think, smartass?
well,
Tell us what your coach said.
So earlier, I told Olivia to stop pussyfooting around, and then
and I said he couldn't say that.
I couldn't say that. But then I said I had a coach in 8th grade football who would walk in the locker room if we were like messing around because we would be like putting like our pads on each other and like we try to see how many pads we could put on like one guy, and then.
And just to clarify, these are football pads, not maxi pads.
No, yeah,
okay.
these are shoulder pads.
I'll admit for a second, whenever you said pads, I was like, pad. I was like, where'd you get them?
I was like, damn, you just have pads laying
Yeah,
around?
super chill locker room. But the coach would come in, and also our locker room was like cages. It was weird. It was like
Oh, that's where I'd keep.
Jared,
it was weird. Anyway,
That's where I'd keep my.
So they kept
Our-
you during halftime.
dystopian.
our coach would come
It's
in.
like you really were gladiators.
Our coach would come in and be like, "Quit playing grab ass," or like if we were doing like playing football or whatever, like at practice, I hate practice, and like someone was just kind of standing there, he'd be like, "Well, he was over there pussyfooting around until he didn't do anything," and
Hey,
I just remember.
if you're that one kid from our high school that's listening to this right now, you'll know exactly which coach he's talking
The
about.
clarification that you hated practice.
I hated practice. Well, the thing is,
the main part
that's-
of doing football.
well, no, so the main thing
That's
I would
the big
think that
thing.
because like I would come home from
It's
practice.
like when actors are like, I hate rehearsal. I'm like, you should quit.
That's
No,
the
no, no.
job.
Well, the thing is, like, I would come home from school and I'd be like, oh, I hate practice, Dad. And then my dad would be like, yeah, but like, you gotta like love the game. And then like, I'd get to the games, and I had a thought because I was watching some football today, and it was halftime, and I went back to my time in 8th grade football halftime, and I would just be sitting there at halftime, like, God, I hope I don't want to go back out there.
Oh, so you also didn't have a
So you
love for the
had
game.
no love for the
I
game
just want
either.
to go home.
Hated the practice,
hated
hated the game.
I hope I don't have to go back out there.
I get that.
Well, now that we're talking about this, one last story. I think the moment that I decided to quit football was whenever we were at a football game, like it was away, we had to drive on a bus like 3 hours away from our hometown. It was 8th grade. But so it was at halftime. We were down like 35-0.
Yikes.
And it was also raining. And it was like, it's like football season. So it's like November and it's like cold. And we're sitting there like kneeling out. And our coach didn't let us go back into the locker room because we were doing so
you thought y'all were
bad.
gonna play grab ass in there.
Yeah, we thought we were going to play grab ass. And
Yeah, too much grab ass potential.
we were kneeling in like the end zone and like we had like the sports managers come out to give us water. He's like, no, don't give them water. and then he goes, he like chews us out. He's like, that is the worst performance in my like 10 years of coaching that I have ever seen. And like, you don't want to play. You guys don't care. And this whole time I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play. I do not
Yeah,
care.
you're right, man.
don't
Give me
care.
some fucking water.
Also, like, he's doing this like outside, like in front of our parents.
No way.
And
Don't give them
and
water.
then-
It's
and then
crazy.
at like the very end of half,
Don't
and
give
then
them water; they'll play better.
he
They
probably-
punished
Put
like
him in the cage.
Spirit
Put him back
Stallion
in the cage.
Cimarron.
Oh my god, they did do that to
What?
Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
he probably talked halftime was like 15 minutes. I think he talked for 2 minutes, and then the other like 13 minutes we just sat there
Oh.
and didn't get water in the cold rain. And then like we got up to go play again, and like somebody was like, all right boys, let's get this. And then like, we started playing
He
again,
fainted
and
from
then-
dehydration.
and then they scored on us immediately. So it was like 42-0. I think at the end of the game, I think it ended up being like 50-7. We scored one time.
scored.
Oh, okay, boys, let's get
And
this.
and then also we were away. We had to get on a bus and drive home and like in silence until like the people in the back are like laughing about something. That might have been the one that the kid peed on in a bag and then threw it out the window. You were you gonna say a name?
Football sounds like hell.
You have enough water to pee.
Well, I was like, "Are you sure that wasn't a basketball game?" But then
I
I
think that-
realized maybe we just had because I think there was a time where the girls and the boys were having to share a basketball bus.
I think that was on a basketball. Were we
I
on
was
a
there.
were we on the bus together?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was the wait.
Invisible string.
and it was not a man; it was a girl who tried.
What? I thought it was a
Well, if you're
guy.
a man, why wouldn't you pee in a bottle?
Well, she did pee in a bottle,
Oh.
and
Not that girls can't pee in bottles.
well, she
I mean, it's just
Wait.
impressive.
well, she peed in a bottle. It was impressive, and then she tried to throw it out the window, but
It got
didn't.
stuck on the
No, but
stop
didn't-
sign.
No, but didn't notice that the window behind us was also.
So did somebody get like splash?
Well, the wind like flew it back into the other window, and it went everywhere. And you've never seen a mass exodus of girls like over bus seats. It was like a wave of like.
I think I was on that bus,
Anyway.
and then I was on a different bus where somebody peed in a bag and they threw it out, and then it landed on like the stop sign on the back of the bus.
So
And then we
funny.
got off the bus at the school and was like, "Holy shit! There's the fucking piss bag! Yo, get rid of it! Get rid of it!"
Anyway,
Anyway,
if
Where
you
were we?
played high
Professor-
school
My
sports,
God.
So your dad heard the halftime speech and he let you quit.
no.
no, I think it's because I just told him every day that I hate football.
Oh
Poor
man.
I did go back. I was recruited in high school to play football. They were like, "What are you doing? You got to play football," because I'm like tall. And then
if you
I
couldn't
went-
tell, from
and I
the
was
podcast,
and I was playing basketball because I was in basketball off season, and then they brought me to football. And the first day, I threw up, and then I didn't go back. I quit again.
Threw up from the sheer anxiety
Yeah.
of having to play football again.
Awesome high school record.
Here's the thing. I know I threw up from anxiety of playing baseball, but in football I threw up because we were like jumping around and I landed on my front area. And,
His balls is what he's
no.
referring
landed on
to.
my
Why
balls.
would you say front area?
I know.
That's so much
Landed on
worse.
my balls, and then I ran out and I
wait.
threw up, and then I went.
You
"Coach, I don't
landed
think-"
on your balls?
Yeah.
How?
So whenever you because I was
How?
like jumping forward, there's these things you do maths.
Flattened on the floor?
So okay,
Like balls first.
it's a football. The football exercise is maths. Is like you like jump on the ground, you like get up really fast. So
That
like
seems so silly.
You jump on the ground, you get up really fast. Like you're supposed to like dive out, but I just like belly flop, balls first,
okay.
and land on my nuts.
I'm
and
saying,
then-
I'm saying how it happened.
I ran out and threw up, and I was like, Coach, I don't know if football. I don't know if football's for me.
Coach, I've just been castrated. I can't play anymore.
I don't know if I'm tough enough. and then I went back to basketball. But no, it was baseball that I threw up from the sheer anxiety of playing. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't take it.
And then he quit baseball like he was in High School Musical. It was
That's
really,
for another story. That's another time.
Oh, I was gonna ask more questions.
They said you have to be.
Did
the
you like
lead
basketball?
in the play?
I loved basketball, and I liked baseball, and then I hated football.
Okay.
But I was really good at football. I was okay at baseball, and then I was horrible at basketball.
That's how the world works, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, the high school football coach was like, you should come play football. And I was like, and then I tried one day and I hated it. But no, I could like catch and run, and I was like in track for a little bit, but no, I hate that. I hate that.
There's like shit in my dice tray.
Why'd you shit in your dice tray, you freak?
Oh, what?
She shit in her dice tray. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the shit.
You're a freak.
You're a freak.
Oh, she should.
What,
You've never
What? You shit in Campbell's.
you've never shit in your dice tray?
No.
I just looked at my dice tray and y'all aren't gonna believe it.
No.
roll for shit.
Roll for shit.
Oh, my dice got stuck in my shit,
Natural
but it's
shit.
still a 19.
Okay, wait. Do we need to talk more about what happened?
So
In the
Gludge,
episode?
Yeah.
Gludge really trudged up some high school sports stories.
So beginning of the episode, Fia's goop came off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talia portaled.
You have a fuzz on your eye that's been bothering me.
This is a audio podcast. It doesn't matter if she has fuzz.
It matters to me because I have to look at her. And I didn't.
I was also looking at the fuzz.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's so
It was
embarrassing.
I'm really embarrassed right now.
Lily, get out from under the table.
Really, quit
Lily,
licking
it's
my
okay.
toes.
No, I'm staying down here.
Okay.
Anyway, Talia portaled.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, and we don't know where she is.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really
Gracker's
go after
around.
that.
No sign of her.
Gracker we sent away because we said we know everything we can from you.
Poor Gracker got beat the fuck up.
Honestly, maybe deserved it. I don't know.
I healed her. I used my last
I like
healing
Cracker.
whatever on her.
What's wrong with Gracker?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I feel like she's just a little. She's still withholding things.
I love her.
I feel like you're racist against the golds.
Is that
I
race?
Oh, we forgot to talk about this. No, prejudice. What I think is so crazy is that Sabina has a golden order tattoo.
Yeah.
Where'd that come
So
from?
that's
Well,
you know,
who cares? She's dust now.
it's like was she double agenting at one point?
No,
Did she do that
her
to convince
family.
them?
It was her family. She like grew up like her family's tied to the.
But like,
Golden
is the
Order.
rest of her family also Githyanki, or did she have like an adoptive family who's like from this plane and they support the Golden Order? You don't get a tattoo just because your parents. Well, actually, yeah, that's actually you do.
Well, you know what? Next time we see her, I think we can ask her. How about that?
First thing. Hey,
For
what's
sure.
up? So
Hey.
you got a tattoo? Crazy.
Girl, you're crazy.
First things first.
Here, crazy theory. The Golden Order is working with Hell, so the Red Bride branded her with the Golden Order symbol.
That's messed up.
That's crazy.
Oh, this was my crazy theory from earlier, which I think is not that crazy. I think that Moray set up this situation so that she was mad at Tara, obviously, because that was Sabina, who Sabina was like cheating with, but she was also mad at Sabina for cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, okay, 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm going to like set up Tara to like go through an emotionally traumatic moment that will split her soul, because Moray was doing all that twin soul research.
Yep.
But also it's going to kill Sabina and open up that portal,
Yeah.
because Moray looked like she was ready to go through the portal. So
Yeah.
she sets it up so that Tara's twin soul takes over. I'm sure a lot is going on there, but then also Moray goes through the portal to the astral plane.
Yep.
And then I think that Moray could have been the voice that Connor was hearing.
Yeah.
And it's not Hyperia, it's Moray, because she has wings, he had wings. So it's like a she made him in her image thing.
Yeah, and also she's a what's it called? Asimar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
She's tied to the celestial,
Yeah.
but that's different than an astral.
Am I just thinking about Baldur's Gate?
No, there's
Are they?
similar
They're
stuff.
kind of like demigods.
Yeah.
a
I mean,
little-
there's like, it's like celestial pain.
Like similar
Yeah.
lore.
Or
If
it,
that's
yeah.
what
like
Jared's
it could be
following.
that
I
it's
mean,
like Hyperia. Like that's just
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think like, oh, that's super true. I just think
I'm
it
just-
would be cool.
Yeah. My only question was that is like, okay, if she got to the astral plane and then like they gave her the power to be a patron to a cleric like that, I don't know how she would like bestow power upon someone.
Maybe when the twin soul split, she like she like got part of the soul and took it with her and then used it to
No.
bargain.
I don't think they like split.
No.
It was just once the other soul took over.
Once
Anyway,
one
I don't
form.
know if that's right.
I
Should
think
not
one
said that in the
form
study
just
break?
took
Should
over
I
the
have
other.
waited
Oh,
and
no,
like
that was good.
figured it out
That
in
was
character?
I think that's a great theory.
I think
Yeah, because we don't know for sure.
I feel
Yeah.
like another version.
That's your least crazy theory we've heard so far. I think it's like one of the most believable ones
I
Yeah.
would
Kind of
also
you've ever come up with.
I would also like to set the record straight. I have no qualms with a wild theory. My qualms lie when Lily goes, so here's what we know. And then states like at least 10 things as fact that we actually have no idea about.
I was listening to one of the old study breaks and we totally are like, we like say like, oh, it could be Sabina.
Yeah, y'all
And
do.
then-
Y'all do it a
we,
couple
like,
times.
Never
Yeah, no.
explore that again.
No, y'all don't.
Like
Y'all- y'all said
we
probably
fully are
everything.
like, oh, it could totally be Sabina. And
She just felt like an NPC that was like given to us as like a guidance character, which she was.
that's like
but
an Undertale.
she was also-
like, the tutorial
Yeah.
character totally becomes.
Oh, really?
Oh, spoiler alert!
Oh, it's
for
okay.
Undertale.
Spoiler for the 2014 game.
Yeah, I think that's like a really cool like.
but
That's crazy.
I think your theory, I want to add one other thing to think about. What if like Moray, like what if there wasn't actually like what if she got with Tara and then what if she got with Tara because of the twin soul, right? Like what if they were never actually in love? She was just kind of orchestrating it all.
but Moray wasn't with Tara.
Yeah,
Moray
Moray-
was with
Or
Sabina.
well, their affair or whatever, right?
Sabina could have been getting with Tara because of the twin soul, like using her.
No, I think Moray orchestrated this.
Or Tara and Moray could have been working together, and Moray was like, okay, have an affair with Sabina.
I think Moray was manipulating this. Like I think she was manipulating Tara and Sabina.
But do you think that she told Tara, like, hey, trick Sabina? Oh,
That was embarrassing.
That was insane.
do you think? I'm going back under the
How was
table.
the light bulbs going off in her brain?
Yeah, exactly. I think this is alternative to my theory that Moray like was like emotionally like crime of passion wanted to kill Sabina and Tara. But if Moray told Tara, hey, seduce Sabina and we'll get her to open up the portal and then tricked Tara. I don't know. It could have been something like that.
Or saw that they were falling in love and was like, this is perfect. I needed an emotional connection to like fuck with.
But we know that she looked calm when she walked through the portal.
That's why
And we know that whenever the portal opened, she was like, you described it as like you got the answer right on a test, or you got like back a good grade on a test. Like you
Yeah, it
didn't
was like-
know, but then it was like victory.
it like confirmed
Right?
something.
What? Wait, who looked like that?
Moray.
It like
Or was
confirmed
that someone else?
something.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
remember
think
at one point you said Moray looked dejected.
I think in the flowers she looked defeated.
Yeah.
And then I think in the memories it was more of like at some point y'all saw that it was like defeated but also like you got a good grade on a test.
So maybe like, was it like at first we interpreted it as defeated, but it actually was relieved? And we
I think
figured
it'll
that
be
out?
I
Or
think
was it,
it's
like-
more of like a conflicting emotion kind of thing
okay,
of like
I think it was like a
And
theory
it's-
she was
it's-
testing that came true.
yeah
like
and
defeated but proven right.
It's also and it's also a little bit of I want to use the term like blasé, but I don't know if that's the right term. I want to like she cares, but not a lot, especially for the circumstances.
Yeah.
Like there are things that went right, there are things that didn't go the way that she thought, and then there's things that worked.
Yeah, but also if she she's taken the time to write out this creed about a god.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like those are such high stakes. You know, she probably sees this as like a means to an end, right?
Mhm.
Because what she's at, her goal that she's focused on is like monumental.
Mhm.
Could that be part of it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Okay.
So
And then we talked to Fia.
y'all talked to Fia. You learned that so Talia gone somewhere, disappeared, abandoned Gracker. Gracker seems pretty upset about that. It seemed like they were getting along.
I know, but I guess
and
they
then-
were.
Yeah, so we'll see how Gracker.
Maybe she got scared. She did
I
just
still
like
want them to have like an enemies to lovers thing.
she did just like come back from like the brink of death. So I don't blame her for being like, goop again?
Yeah.
I'm getting
But,
out of here.
I mean, we don't know how Gracker feels about, and we don't know how Gracker feels, but we'll see. Just have to see how she interprets being abandoned.
I mean, I would
Back.
feel super betrayed, but
yeah.
I definitely get how
Yeah.
Talia could have. I don't know. Maybe she was going for help, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll have worked it all out by the next time we see them. And
That'd be
it'll all
awesome.
They'll
better.
be kissing.
Yeah.
yeah.
To kiss. So
Will have
bad.
missed the whole enemies arc
Yeah.
and just jumped to the lovers.
Yeah.
We get-
Oh no.
Well, but they'll tell us about it. Like maybe they can tell us.
We get to the room. Y'all see Vribble again.
I love Fribble. Someone please draw fan art of Fribble in her hat.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
And then y'all go to the infirmary, drop off Gracker, and then go to the cafeteria to get some breakfast enchiladas and talk with Fia. Fia tells that she's known Sabina whenever she got here. They started talking. They formed like a kind of sisterly relationship. Then Sabina kind of starts going through something. Something happens at the party right before, and then she kind of puts it together that might be Sabina. She learns about Sabina. She reads some journals, reads her notes, leaves notes for y'all to know that it's her. And also something I didn't say in the episode of like a reasoning why Fia did that was because she knew that she was a suspect. Of like she knew that the punch was fucked up, and she probably was like sneaking around.
But it really wasn't her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She did.
She like didn't know.
But that was weird about Sabina crying in the punch and then being like, I'm going to switch it. I think she did. I think Sabina knew what she was doing.
Yeah, maybe like her crying is like how she like
Poison.
like poisons it.
Yeah. Or the alternative is like that she accidentally poisoned half the school.
No, because she was ready for an attack.
No,
like
I
she
think-
was.
Yeah, I think it was on purpose. She didn't
And
want
she-
witnesses or she wanted to control the
Well,
situation.
no, she explained, or we learned somewhere in there that it was like she wanted to like sow chaos in the school. Was like the goal
Yeah.
of it.
Fia said something about I remembered this about like Sabina. We were supposed to meet Sabina to go to the party, and
We
Fia
just-
mentioned something about like then she mentioned she was gonna leave to go find you guys.
But she all we
So
saw was
now-
her going through the like we saw like the tail end of her
Mhm.
when we went
Yeah,
to the party.
and so I'm curious what would have happened if there was a possibility of something happening if we'd showed up in time to see her.
Yeah, she would have.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
No.
Like if she would have,
Well,
if there was some part of the plan that didn't happen because we showed up late.
Mhm. Well, I mean, she was like, so she knew that there was something that tied you to her goal.
Yeah, to Big P.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was when Fia didn't remember her cousin.
That was funny.
I was like, I'm not crazy, right? I was like,
well,
Nails like told us like personal information about her. And
Yeah.
then she was like,
I was like, I'm not crazy, right?
yeah. But and then it was she was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh yeah, like I mean, he's kind of a weirdo, but they had like a nice talk. And then Nails was just kind of a freak.
He's going through his emo phase.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Or it's not a phase.
That's real cousin.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Like, I don't remember.
Anyway, what do you think is on top of the breakfast enchiladas? So you know, like typically an enchilada has
I
a
was thinking,
sauce.
yeah, like a red sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking green.
I like that.
Oh.
I was just wondering, like, how do you think
Probably both.
how do you think a breakfast enchilada is made?
They probably have to have a bunch of different kinds of breakfast enchiladas for all the different.
Oh, that's fair. Like a
Diets.
vegetarian one, a pescatarian one, a carnivorous one.
I was gonna say carnivorous.
That's what Sawyer is.
a carnivore.
A carnivore, yeah.
Beans.
She's getting her macros.
I guess beans is a carnivore. I was gonna say omnivore, and I was like, no, actually, that doesn't track.
Every D&D character I play is really concerned with macros. I don't know what that says about me. Who's not concerned with them in real life?
Who's never counted a macro in her goddamn life?
I don't know.
What is a macro?
I could not tell you. It's protein, right?
I thought it was
I don't know.
carbs.
Yeah, it's about like how much.
You know, I
protein.
gotta
Googling.
It's
I
like a
gotta
protein
go.
ratio, I
I'm
think.
googling.
I think it's because my first ever D&D character Gwen was like she's like super like protein powder, always working out, like dude bro, like counting macros. She's really similar to Soren from Dragon Prince, if y'all know him. And since I
met him.
miss playing her, I think I've kind of put a lot of her
Mm-hmm.
like sort of traits into Sawyer.
This just in. Macros are short for macronutrients. Big shock. A term used to describe the nutrients your body needs in large amounts, specifically carbohydrates, fat, and protein.
So when I say it, I mean it in like a gym bro macro
Mm-hmm.
protein way. I don't know. I just think it's so funny.
it will.
Protein, carbs, and fats.
Yeah, but because I missed playing that in one character, I've added it, like the protein shake thing, I've added it into another character, and now they both have it.
Yeah.
I think there's like a macro to micro ratio thing that you're supposed to be counting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm sure not.
How to count
But
macros, a
my
detailed
D&D
beginner's guide.
characters who do not have corporeal bodies, I'm making sure that they're really concerned with nutrients.
Have you noticed that more and more people, whether it's your coworker who loves bodybuilding or your health conscious neighbor, are talking about how they're counting macros? Air
Yeah,
quotes?
okay. I just want to go ahead and make a statement that I'm not trying to do a diet culture thing here.
Your characters are just trying to get swole.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
just
trying
they're
to get
just
swole, man.
fighters who want to swing a sword.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny if they actually talk about training. I mean, we're in combat class.
Mhm.
I bet people
so
walk in there.
excited.
I bet Gludge walks around with like a jug, one of those milk jugs.
Oh, he's got a
With
huge
water.
thing of
Gludge,
water.
gludge.
Yeah.
I
Wait, he's a black dragon, so what does
Yeah.
he have?
I think it's poison.
Gludge.
he has gludge. He got gludge in there.
Yeah, it's like acid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for us to get on these fucking mats and
Yeah.
beat the shit out of some other
Me too.
students.
I hope we don't get assigned to Team 101 though, because I don't want to kick their ass.
No, but it'll be like fun. This is also, I wish in real life, I wish we could just have a little bit of some sparring.
We spar.
No, but like actually.
I feel like we actually spar.
No, like actually like we could like beat the shit out of each other a little bit and then be okay.
Like get all bruised up and bloody.
I was just thinking about this.
I mean, we
Reading
could do
fourth-
that.
What
We
the
could
fuck are
all
these
agree
girls
to get on a
on?
mat
We
and
used
kind of beat the shit out of each other.
When
Like
we would
reading
fight with
Fourth
the
Wing.
when we would
What
fight
are
with the
these girls
leather
doing?
dusaks, like
Oh,
I would
yeah.
be bruised. I don't know about
Oh
you.
yeah, like that was, but we haven't done that in a while.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying.
I ever bled.
I'm just saying at Ren. Well, I don't need blood, but like I'm just saying at Ren Fair, I don't understand why there isn't like a combat circle.
like a fight each other.
Like
full,
LARP.
like
You
full
mean like a-
contact
like a mosh
combat.
pit?
Yeah.
Kind of like
They have
okay.
that. They have that at the
No,
Red
no,
Fair.
no, not
No.
LARP. No.
Full contact,
Yeah, like-
no rehearsal.
Yeah, like you can get
That's
a
Like
face.
insane.
metal sword.
No, like well maybe, but you can have a face mask and you could wear a gambeson, but like you could kind of fuck each other up. Like you're not training for a tactic, and then but of course there's a ref. I don't know. Anyway, I'm workshopping it
Y'all
for
are
when we make it
insane.
plan.
You're describing LARPing.
No,
No.
LARPing has foam. They're foam.
They're foam.
Well, at
boffers.
at
They're foam
Texas
boffers.
Renfest, they do a fight like where they're just real metal armor, real metal swords, and they like fully fight each other.
Yeah, that's
you
not LARPing. That's
No, I
fighting.
know that's what I'm saying. Is that closer to what you're describing?
Yeah,
yeah.
but like it doesn't have to be
But
swords.
that's like they're wearing plate armor.
no, I'm saying like we get on a mat with like our hands and feet and like
My favorite thing that we do is that we did do helmets only, no
Yeah,
other padding.
that's what I'm thinking.
Leather, short sword.
that's what I'm thinking.
leather
I'm not
design.
saying like we stab
And then
each other.
We just whack each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all are crazy.
That's what we've done that.
But I'm also saying like we could take the mask off and go
And we-
hand to
and we
hand
flip each
combat,
other.
and I would be
Yeah.
tougher. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I might get the shit beat out of me, but next time I'm gonna get better. I'll get better quicker if you can
Exactly.
beat the shit out of me.
Whenever I got
Just
punched
take
in
it
the
from
face-
Lily.
Yeah, seriously. As soon as I got punched in the face, okay, well, not as soon. For a second, I was like, oh, whoa. But then afterwards, I was like, okay, now I could get punched in the face again and like be a lot less phased.
Except when I walloped on Lily with the leather dewsack, she didn't quite learn.
The
What
idea
do you mean?
of
I kept walloping you next
voluntarily-
time.
Yeah.
I was walloping you right back.
I never was bruised.
The idea of voluntarily going to an activity where I would feel pain does not entice me.
Well, maybe
Olivia
you're
and I
just
would,
not
we would
filled
wrestle
with enough
and
rage.
then we would
That's
be like,
true.
okay, let me flip you. And then one of us would like judo flip the other like 10 times and then we would switch.
And then at some point you'd hear somebody go, "Ugh," and then you'd be like, "Are you good?" And you're like, "Yeah."
I did it wrong one time and I got the wind knocked out.
I was like, "Oh
And I
shit."
was like, ugh. It was my
Anyway, so if any listeners are interested in getting in a combat ring, I'll
Let's
bring
start
a
Fight
waiver.
Club.
Yeah.
I'll bring a
Underground
waiver.
Fight Club.
I'm gonna take me, Lily, and Campbell are gonna go to the woods, and we're gonna have a little bit of a fight club.
Yeah, we're just
I
gonna
can't wait.
beat the shit out of each
Campbell's
other in the
excited.
woods.
Campbell, I thought would be the last one to come on board, and she seems more excited than Lily, so it's
When
gonna
I'm
work
reading
out.
Fourth Wing, I'm like, damn, I got to learn how to punch somebody.
You got to learn how to get punched. That's
Yeah.
the secret.
I think we all need to like punch each other in the face once.
Well, you played basketball, so you know how to get punched.
Well, I know how to take an elbow to the nose.
Oh yeah, that's basically what
I think that's worse than being punched, personally.
I think so.
We could all just throw a punch at each other and see what
Let me
happens.
take my rings off.
See what happens.
Yeah, take the rings off. Not right now. Not on. I mean, I don't know if you get a good punch and you get a good crack in the
Come
mic.
here.
Whoa.
Anyway,
All right, what else happened in our podcast?
Well, I was gonna say
that's
well,
why I'm excited because I want to do it in real life. So at least I can do it in Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I have done it in real life, but I'm not doing it actively anymore. So I would like to.
I miss it a lot too.
I was gonna say, well, like, so about the tournament stuff. So you guys wanted to go to Astea. You were telling Principal Pat about it, and then it seems like your ticket to Astea.
Ticket to ride.
Excuse me? What was it?
He's got a ticket to ride.
Okay, no, we can't keep going. Your ticket to Astea. It seems like I don't know if you heard it's going to be like 3 classes.
Yeah.
So like first round, second round, third round.
What is the timeline? So we're going into this combat class short restless.
Yep.
We've just saved the school and fought a foe, like,
Yep.
you know, that was more than a match for us. And then now we're going straight into combat class.
Most of these girls have just woken up
Yeah.
from a coma.
And we just
we can
literally
fucking take 'em.
kicked Miss Goop's ass, saved the school, and we're going in.
And kicked those the demon goat
Yeah,
guys' asses.
The Yulazao, if that's even how you pronounce
Yeah.
it.
The Bullsack.
Bullsack.
Y'all had a boss fight in the morning.
You're welcoming, boss fight
in the morning,
straight to combat
classes
class.
in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Was it-
That's
did
what college
Did
felt
we
like.
wake up and go to the boss fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because y'all woke up and went to Greco and Talia.
And then
who
we went
cooked
to
y'all.
Monster Vomit, and now we're in combat class, and I have no spells left.
Let's hang on. Monster Vomit. I'm so serious. What could the use of this class be? Like,
wait. I want to say this. I think that it could have a lot of uses. I think one, you were onto it about tracking.
how many compared to monster shit, we're gonna come across more monster
But
vomit?
I think the main thing it would be useful for is potions and gathering other. I think that a lot of monster vomits would have magical properties.
Then that should be a portion in potions class. Campbell hates it in real life when we talk about shit and vomit and
I do.
anything.
I was getting
And
a little
so-
queasy when we were talking about vomit class.
The amount of times we've been in a car that Campbell goes, let's talk about something else.
I get so close to throwing up when you guys are like talking about that.
So I was really
just thinking
excited.
about it right now. I'm like,
I was really excited when you said monster vomit because she couldn't tell you to stop talking.
whenever
You
you, said
can.
tickets,
What? You should be
whenever
able
you said
to.
tickets, I thought it was going to be. I wasn't thinking in terms of story. I thought it was going to be tickets to see the good berries.
what is it?
One
What
day.
is a celestial splash pad?
You don't know?
It's just a water park.
Yeah.
It's just a water park.
Fuck up. You don't
It's
know?
at Schlitterbahn.
Like, yeah, I was thinking,
Oh,
like,
no, a splash pad is worse than
fantasy
Schlitterbahn. A
Well,
splash pad
but
is
it's
like
the
when you
celestial splash pad.
Exactly.
And also, it's at the Capitol.
Come on.
Fantasy. I know it's fantasy Schlitterbahn.
They just
That's
need
awesome.
Celestial Schlitterbahn, Celestial Schlitt.
They just needed some alliteration. So for
For
celestial-
anybody who doesn't know what Schlitterbahn is, that's a
Oh.
water park.
I
in
think this is the
Texas.
second time
Yeah.
we talked about Schlitterbahn.
Maybe
on this
fucking
third.
love
Then we've
Schlitterbahn.
explained, like, hey, if you're not from Texas, this is what Schlitterbahn
Well,
is.
you know.
Well, because I think we talked about the time that y'all were in line at Schlitterbahn talking about the podcast.
God, I fucking love Schlitterbahn.
If y'all have been following us for a while, you will have seen our
If they've been following us for a while,
Our
they've definitely
Schlitterbahn trip
heard
on Instagram.
25 episodes.
yeah, but we actually posted like pictures from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? So, and then I don't think we talked about the interaction with Principal Pat a lot.
No, it was
No.
Yeah. What we talked about.
Oh,
how
we were just talking about Monster Vomit class.
they,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I
How
was saying-
Campbell hates that we talk about vomit.
Yeah, and I was saying I don't get the point of it. Like,
Yeah.
it could be a portion in potions class, but
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be its own class.
So
It's
the,
not a good class.
That's why you chose a dumb class to pull
Yeah.
us out of.
Miss Gray. Yeah, imagine you
Exactly.
were like, wait, we want to stay in class.
Yeah.
Well, when y'all
He was
were like you want to stay in class.
Well, I don't know. It's never great when Principal Pat always catches us in a lie.
Yeah, we thought we were in trouble.
Yeah.
Every time we see Principal Pat, he catches onto our deception.
But then once Miss Gray mentioned it was for accolades,
Yeah,
we went
I
right
knew I could get
along.
y'all.
That changes things.
I knew I could get y'all.
So then we went Principal Pad. Oh, and you had the good save with the imps.
Uh huh.
That was good.
Saved them.
Leave it to Beans to cover up that demonic activity.
Well, the only way to tell a good lie is to be
oh,
partially truthful.
yeah.
I think we still could have told him about the tomb tapper just because we
That's
found a
just-
monster in the woods and
That's
we
an
saved
open
the town.
Because Connor wasn't. No, Connor was fighting the Tomb Tapper.
Yeah.
But that was. I don't know.
No,
Tomb
weren't they
Tapper was in
working-
league with the Goop.
I
Was
thought
in
they
league
were
with
working
The Red
together.
Bride was in.
They
league
were,
with Hell.
but like it was just a We could just say we found a creepy monster and we killed it and we saved the town.
If my theory is true and that Moray is controlling Connor, then the Golden Order like thing is totally separate. But I do think the Golden Order is working with Hell.
I think the more interaction we have with like actual like harmful demons, though, if we were to tell them, like the closer eye they'd keep on us.
Yeah, I think we told them the right amount of
Okay.
information.
Yep.
Because imps are like so like whatever. Like they could have just it been an accident that we ran into imps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they really did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was not a lie.
Yeah.
Good thing they were kissing too much to tell us who they worked for. We didn't even have to lie.
I think they told you.
Yeah, they did tell us.
They came from Beans' dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever. We held it down. Yeah, and then they tried to get us to cross the picket line
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
on Team 101.
And we wouldn't.
Yeah, that was lame.
That was fucked up. I was like, wait, they can't be like Team 102 and we're 101? Like
Yeah, we can't just move everybody down a room. Everybody has to move rooms.
yeah, it's like 322. It should be 323, and then Team 101 should be 102.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't do anything right.
The reason I want room 42 so badly is because it has all those trapdoors. But
It's on the other side of y'all's room.
I know our room, if we go up, is it like on our ceiling? If we go up, we'll be in room
No,
42?
it's just like shares a wall.
Oh, it's just a
Oh.
wall. I thought it was the same layout, but a floor up.
No, it's the same layout, but like backwards. So like if y'all,
Oh, so
like
like
in
the
my
back
head,
wall.
this is
So
just
if we
to
keep
like
digging,
describe it.
if we keep knocking down more walls, will we make it to room 42?
Yeah.
But room 42 is nice.
Yeah.
But I'm
So-
assuming that the back of room 42 is like shared with us, so it's
The-
not like in the
yeah.
same hallway. It's in like
Exactly.
the hallway across the way.
The
Yeah.
way that I describe it is like in my head, this isn't like perfect, but it's, you know, if you have like a heart shape and you go one way in the heart
Mhm.
and then like you get to like over like all the way around the curve into like the point where they intersect on top and then you go the other way, it's literally that. And I said like it's very similar, it's just kind of a little backwards.
My way wouldn't
And then
even
they
make sense
meet.
because how would you, if you went through the trapdoor, then you would be in our room.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Interesting that you chose a heart to describe
know
what
why I
you
chose
needed
a
to
heart.
describe.
I don't know, because there's like a curve.
But we can, even if they don't give us room 42, we can say, fine, we'll stay in our hole and
Yeah.
take the frog bucks, the wug bucks,
Yeah.
and then we can just go into room 42.
Yeah, but then we won't be Team 101.
Yeah, do we still have the key?
You know what? And maybe
Yeah.
I should say this to Beans in character. We might have to start relying on street cred.
That's true.
We might have to start just,
Which Beans
being
made
so
everyone
cool.
laugh for making fun of Gludge.
yeah. We might just have to start like making 323 the new one. You know?
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
just
yeah.
own it. Let's
The
just own it
order's
and say,
reversed.
we saved your ass, motherfucker.
Saved the best for last,
Yeah.
as I was saying.
I say we if they don't give us room 42, we just own it. We sneak right in there,
Yeah.
and then I don't
Just
know.
move in. We have the key.
I don't know if
Just
we're
move in.
popular, but we're definitely known.
Yeah, we can just. Who's gonna stop us?
No one.
I mean, people know we saved the school.
Says the man who could stop us.
You control.
Well, what else was big in this episode? It wasn't a thick sode. It was pretty quick sode.
That's okay. They can't all be thick sodes.
It can all be thick.
I like a quick sode. I like a quickie.
Hey, start the
What?
Mhm.
Anyway,
start the new year off easy. We don't need to get real crazy right into the new year.
yeah.
Ease into
Start
it.
the new year off RP heavy.
Yes.
That's what I like. And then tease the combat.
Mhm.
And then by this time in the new year, all the gals will have hit each other in the face for real for once.
Yeah, we'll report back
Are we gonna do
There's
that right
nervous energy
with
around the
who's
table.
the best puncher.
now? Are we gonna do that right now? We should. do
And
that.
I think
Yeah.
the
On
best
camera.
puncher, if I had to pick the best puncher, I think it might be Campbell. I think Campbell packs a
I
fucking
think
mean hook.
I think you got it. You got the longest arms.
Yep.
So
My meaty claws.
Big meaty claws. What did they say about claws?
I've never heard that. I thought you were just
What?
saying
You got a
that.
wide
You've
swing.
never heard big meaty claws?
No, I thought that you were just saying
Oh, she
that
didn't watch
to be
SpongeBob
funny.
as a kid.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you're one of those. I forgot.
You can't tell from my,
No,
from my sad personality that I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid.
No, you kind of seem like a kid who was allowed to watch SpongeBob just the way you interact.
Really?
Yeah, like a little bit of ADD or ADHD, whatever that
Well,
is.
that's-
a little bit of ADD.
I think that's a condition I can't control.
yeah, but well, there's that whole thing that SpongeBob causes that.
What? I thought my intellectual sense of humor would like clue you into the fact that I didn't watch SpongeBob.
So
What?
you're saying people who watch SpongeBob aren't intellectual?
Yes.
Damn, I watched SpongeBob the other day. It was good.
Are you saying I don't have intellectual humor?
I don't know. Did you watch SpongeBob as a kid?
A little bit.
Interesting.
Big meaty claws.
Well, we get to have that shared
I
experience.
know,
and
and
you
it
don't.
is really funny. So.
Yeah.
That sounded sarcastic. I meant it.
And it is
I just
really
thought,
funny.
I just
That
also
is so
thought that,
funny, guys.
No, I meant that it was funny, but it also was funnier
God,
thinking that Campbell just freestyled that.
you guys get community and laughter. I have brains.
I have my sense of superiority.
Okay.
Suckers. Actually, the only I do understand just listening to SpongeBob as background noise. I get why my mom would be like,
It's a little.
it's annoying.
Yeah.
So as from a parenting standpoint, I get why she would be like, I don't want to listen to that
Yeah.
in the house.
But you also didn't get to watch Disney Channel.
We got there eventually.
At 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Last year, she went.
Last year I
Disney
was
Channel,
finally
actually.
allowed.
Last month, I asked my mom. I was
At the
like,
age
"Hey,
of
Mom."
23, she finally permitted me to watch Disney Channel.
Can I watch Hannah Montana?
Yeah, and I finally watched Hannah Montana. No, anytime I would go to friends' houses, I would be like, let's watch Hannah Montana. I had to get my fix.
Hope
crazy.
you learned a lot.
Do we want to do A pluses?
My A plus is thinking of the imps.
Yeah,
So,
that was
because
awesome.
Principal Pat keeps catching me in lies, so
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta save face
Did
at some
not
point.
today.
My F is that I didn't endear Gludge to me, that he took it as a challenge,
Mhm.
and he's not gonna let me go first.
The whole sitting next to you, that was such a thing I took from middle school. Just they're hey, you come sit down. You're gonna sit next to me now. Did y'all experience that?
Yeah.
No, because I was a really good kid, so.
I remember
I was never asked to sit next to.
Oh yeah, I
teacher,
remember
but
it happened to people.
I remember it happening.
Oh yeah.
It was humiliation tactic.
Anytime I think about fucking a gym teacher getting mad at me, I remember
Fucking a gym teacher.
fucking it didn't. Well, speaking of fucking, I was playing dodgeball.
Who's scared?
And
I am.
I was playing dodgeball, and they threw a ball
And
at
you
me.
fucked in dodgeball?
No,
Stop.
they threw a ball at me, and then I dodged
so
it, and then
you
it
got
didn't hit me.
fucked
Let
in
me
dodgeball.
tell
He
my
dodged the ball.
story, and let me tell my story. And I dodged the ball, and they said I was out. Gym teacher was like, "You got hit. You're out," and I didn't. And I said, "What the frick?" And they said, no, sign your name on the board. And so I had to sign my name on the board that meant I was in trouble, and I had to sit out for the rest of class. And I was like, what? And she said, you said the F word. And I said frick. And she goes, that is just like saying the F word.
What?
And I was like, no, it's not. And then she goes, you know what? Put a strike by your name. Because I got more in trouble. And then I had to sit in the bleachers for
God
the
damn
rest
it.
of
If you'd been the
dodgeball.
funniest kid in the world, you would, after you put your strike, you'd have been like, what the fuck?
No, the kids who did that were hilarious. Oh my god, what the fuck? I wasn't that cool.
You said the F word. I said frick. That's just as bad as fuck.
I wish I was that cool.
I was
No, I
never
just said
good.
freak, and I cried. I cried in the bleachers. So I was a lame kid.
I was
Anyway.
never good at any sport or most things that happened in PE class, but I was fucking good at dodgeball.
I was good at dodgeball too.
I could dodge a ball. I can't throw very well. I could dodge a ball like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Oh, I could throw
I
the
could hit.
shit out of the
I was
ball.
hit people really well. Yeah.
I was good at catching it too. You know, when you got your team in.
Yep.
Mhm.
We used to have dodgeball tournaments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was on the dance squad. They had nobody on their team who could throw a ball well, so they brought me on as
Ooh,
the
yeah.
muscle.
You were the arm.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
the Wiley Bells. They
Shout
brought
out
me
the
on.
bells.
They brought me on as their one non-bell.
Hey, Bells, if you're listening,
That'd be cool. Hey, Wiley Bellas, shout out.
We did find
I
out
wanted to
recently.
say whatever
Yeah.
you're like,
We-
go.
Hang on, we did
Go
find out
Bells.
recently, and if this is you,
Shout out.
Gold Star, shout out. I don't even know your name.
Let me see.
Our old theater director texted us and said, a student just came to me and asked if I knew you from your podcast. So we've infiltrated our old high school.
Kyle.
They're gonna hear.
Kyle.
Kyle.
If
Shout
you're
out to
listening
Kyle.
right now, hey.
All the people from your high school that we talk about are going to get
I don't
word.
know a single
that we talked
motherfucker
about
from
them.
my high school that we've talked about.
No.
I think
And if I did talk about
I cut it out.
good.
And no, usually in the study breaks, I cut it out. Y'all said something about someone that then somebody was like, we took it too far. You told me to edit it out. I can't say what it is, or else I'll have to edit it out again.
Yeah. I have no idea. Anyway,
I don't
shout out to
know.
Kyle.
It wasn't you, Kyle.
the
Kyle.
theater director.
This
at
was
Wiley.
maybe people we knew,
support you.
Kyle.
Yeah, if you're in Abilene listening to us, hey,
Hey, it's all right, buddy. You'll make it out of
You'll
there.
make it out. You'll make it out of there.
Stay strong,
promise.
Kyle.
I promise you'll make it out of there.
Yeah. Ask Shoemake about the shrimp that we gave him.
I feel like he had those for so long.
Maybe he still has them.
We gave our theater teacher shrimp as our senior gift, so we had something as a burden to take care of, and they
Yeah.
lived for 4 years.
As if y'all weren't already a
Awesome.
burden to him.
And
Yeah, and he thought he was like lifting the burden off of his shoulders, so we decided to give him another one.
We gave him the smallest fish too. We went to PetSmart and got the cheapest fish you can buy.
Well,
Shrimp
it was a
tanks are
shrimp.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like the PetSmart, I remember they would get them because I used to be really into having fish tanks.
Yeah.
And the shrimp at the PetSmart where that was near my house, they would be like, no, we always sell out of shrimp the day we get them. Like it was like you
Hot
had
commodity.
to get in there on the Tuesday
People are
shipment
like lined
day.
up around the block, camping for the iPhone
to get shrimp.
Shrimp
Oh my
restock, shrimp drop.
I bet
There
he
are-
loved it.
Oh,
I bet it inspired him to teach the new generation of high schoolers
To
how
not give him pets.
to do an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, shrimp aquariums are cool. I hope he liked it.
I mean, he had it for years.
Yeah,
he
that's
could have
awesome.
he could have fucking given it to
could've
somebody
drowned
else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was. I remember whenever we gave it to him, he was like, "What is this?" Because we just had a fish tank.
And we were having a jolly good laugh
That's
about
awesome.
it.
We were like, "This is awesome."
My A+ is Vribble's hat. I love Vribble's
Her
hat.
little nurse's hat.
Yeah,
What a niche A+.
thank you.
I'll take it.
Is that you?
Yep.
Okay.
They're playing footsie.
Yeah.
well,
sorry, I'm
no,
kicking
Campbell's kicking Lily because she's under the table.
Yeah,
And
She's looking at my toes.
Yeah.
Lily was asking if
Yeah.
it's who is who.
Oh, you got me in the face.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to tell the difference of taste between our toes yet. She's still
Yeah.
working
She'll
on that.
still learn.
It's like
Anyway,
the
what were you saying?
monster
Campbell
vibe.
hates it. One day I'll desensitize you.
Oh, my flunk is that my chant bombed and that my hero sucked.
That you met your hero. and
That
it
I met
wasn't
my
good.
hero and he wasn't good, and then I tried to start a chant so he would like feel cool, and then nobody joined in.
You met your hero that you had just heard about and decided and made up so much lore about him in the span of 1 minute.
Well, Sawyer has known about him for years.
You just decided that though.
He's one of the Arcana Ball greats.
She's made all of this up in one. She heard a name and she created this.
She's riffing.
in moments.
She's improvising.
Sue
She's
me.
Improvising.
She's improvising.
So yeah, that was pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah. It really fucked me up.
I've been thinking about him for years, and then I met him.
I've had his baseball card like pinned above my desk for so long.
Oh my god!
Do you know how much that lowers the value to stick a pin through it?
Shut the fuck up.
How much?
Just
How
a-
much does it lower the value?
just
Yeah,
a-
could you give me a number?
$50 on average, 50 gold pieces on
Holy shit, gold pieces.
on average, one gold piece. But I did that so that I could look him in the eyes while I was studying.
While you were doing what?
I don't know, studying the
Whoa, whoa!
I know.
And Beans thinks that he's hot. Like,
No,
yeah,
no,
Beans. Oh, I've been training
no,
my whole life.
not Beans.
It's like
Olivia.
I had Professor Gludge up there on the bulletin board, like while I was doing my homework, just to keep my grades up, stay on the Arcana Ball.
Olivia thinks that, not Beans. Important distinction. We're not the same thing.
I actually have thought of this. Did we go to school before this?
We had to, right?
I don't know.
I think
feel
that
like
there
that.
were like little.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting.
I know I did Arcana Ball.
There were like little academies or something like that. I think there were like little middle schools that you
Yeah.
could go to. But this is like the only like government school.
Yeah.
Government.
Arcana Ball was like my neighbor. It was like all the kids in my neighborhood.
I used to
all-
had private tutors.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You can have
well,
homeschool.
I didn't go to school. I was
trained.
taught. I mean, there was a form of school.
Yeah.
They taught me their type of school.
I mean, I learned how to read.
School of hard knocks.
Hard cats.
Anyway,
Anyway.
what are your A pluses and flunks?
My A+ is I love when you like give us some kind of like moral test. And
Oh, yeah.
they've given us a couple and we're always like easy. No.
Well,
It's just funny.
I like getting y'all excited because y'all were like, it was like, well, like you saved the school. Yeah. And you have like risen above the rest. Yeah. Moral test.
I was hoping that you were going to be like, so we're promoting you to 322.
Exactly. That's what I thought it would be.
That was the initial thought. But then I was like, no, that's
What
not as
you picked was
juicy.
Oh yeah, you made it
Yeah.
political.
It's not as
Because
juicy.
we could have said
Y'all
yes.
could have,
'Cause
and
if it
then
was
which wouldn't have
any-
told them.
If it was anybody else, we would have been like, yeah, kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a +6 to deception. And every single time I roll deception, it's a 1 or a 2. That's my F. I have a +6 to deception, intimidation, and persuasion, and it never, ever, ever works.
Ever.
What does that say about you as a person?
Yeah, I think that this
has
absolutely a reflection of your like internal morality.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think this is a sign.
Yeah. This is like
I think it
karma.
reflects that I need a new pair of fucking dice.
I think you have plenty of dice to point to that that's not the issue here.
Okay. Fine.
Maybe your dice are weighted. How many dice do you actually use in one session when you're rolling bad?
I don't even know if I rolled a dice this session.
dice efficacy.
I don't know. I just have all of them sitting here, and I just grab them at random, and I don't really keep track of what's like.
Maybe you keep using the same one and being like, I've used all my dice.
Maybe
It's
I think
cursed.
it was this one that was fucking me up today. This is
Oh, that's pretty.
my oldest set.
Jared, what are your A pluses?
Maybe
and
it needs to
plunges?
go
My-
to the retirement home.
A+ is, I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was pretty consistently fun, even from the jump. And then I think my flunk would be, I wanted some more juice throughout. I mean, it was a pretty quick sode. So it didn't have like a big like jump off from coming back off the new year.
Jump off?
Like, I don't know, a big, like, we're back. What we're doing.
We're back and better than ever. Again, a slow start into the new year is not a bad thing.
But I think,
Everything has to be grand.
yeah.
also,
But I
this
think
will be right
hopefully-
after the big recap.
That's true.
Could
Big
people
recap.
just watch the big recap and then start? Could this be their episode 1?
Maybe,
that
if you're
what I mean?
insane.
Probably wouldn't be as satisfying. But
Yeah.
Probably not.
could.
I don't know why you would want to start like season 2 of Game of Thrones and just watch like the before recap and then just be like, I'm just going to watch season 1.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
saying
not
that this
really
is
why
quality.
people-
I like,
this is
yeah,
not the
I love
quality
the
of Game of
comparison in quality to season 1 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, actually, that
I
is the
started
quality.
rewatching Game of Thrones for the 4th time.
Why?
Oh my God.
Why?
Good.
Seriously? Why the hell would you do that?
I love it.
It's so bad.
I could see like maybe an argument for like a second time, but like
the
fourth.
fourth time, and Oscar doesn't watch it with you? My God.
I just put it on the TV.
But are you like doing something? while
Honestly,
you-
It gets a little cold outside, and I'm like, winter is coming.
Oh,
I feel winter.
That's
at
how,
least you get to see Richard Madden.
Speaking of that, I don't know why I'm saying this on the podcast. We got to watch Lord of the Rings. I
Oh,
want
I
to do.
knew.
I want to do like at the like every year watch Lord.
We did it at New Year's
I agree.
That's true.
because we have so much time on our hands.
Hopefully, well, I was talking about how I wanted more juice. Hopefully, I'll have more time because hopefully I'll have quit my job.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
We'll see.
Everybody, if you're listening to this right now, go ask in the Discord. Say, Jared, did you quit your job?
Yeah.
Ask me.
And if the answer is no, permission to bully.
Permission to bully. Tell me to quit.
He will quit because the
I
biggest.
can't stand it.
Because guess what? The biggest bully lives in his house. It's me.
That's true.
If you want to help
biggest
Jared
enemy.
quit his soul sucking job, there may be actionable ways for you to do so soon.
Very,
Yeah.
very
We'll
soon.
see. We'll see. On that note, thank you so much for listening to Study Break. And tune in next week to whatever episode it is.
26 or a
Yeah,
guest
or
episode.
a guest episode.
Who knows?
We'll see.
I haven't made the schedule yet.
Thank
Guest
you.
episode.
If you're listening to this in 2024, hell yeah, brother, welcome back. If you're listening to this in 2025, what the hell are we doing?
Hey guys, we're so glad you're here. See you. We're in the future.
If you're listening to this in 2027, what's it like?
Well,
Are we
what
still-
if something terrible happens, like New Year's 2024, and now this episode is like, what's up, 2024?
Whoa.
Let's get it,
And
boys.
it's like second pandemic.
Hey, if the
Back on the
world
recording.
ends and this comes out, just know we recorded this December 2nd, 2023. Okay? So you can't blame us.
Yeah, so don't get mad.
There's some YouTube video who's using this as a clip of like
They predicted
they
the
predicted
future.
they predicted their own downfall.
Oh my God.
The 10 years of Gals and Goblins
Yeah.
came to was predicted to fall apart.
Wait, let's do it. If you're listening in 2030, we're still going strong.
If you're listening in 2032,
We're 32.
we become the #1 podcast in the world.
If
We're
you're
touring
listening-
the world, live shows.
And if
It
it's-
will be in Europe next week for our world tour. Actually, that's going to happen in 2026. We don't need to be in 2032 for that.
Yeah.
If it's April 22nd of 2027, go fuck yourself.
Holy shit.
you're listening to this today, go fuck yourself. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.